Gethin Christian's back, and we're going to start tonight's video with a loom shot. Tonight we have a Seiko Bonanza Extravaganza. See the loom of these wonderful Time Lords and behold their majestic effervescence. Wonderful. And what a spectacular case we have for you tonight. It's the 14th of June 2019, and tonight's video is sponsored by Zuba Buffalo Shoulders. For all those who don't know, let's not forget about it. Where can we start? First of all, let me pay respects to my big homie, Christoph, who has lent me in all his Seiko watches, timepieces to match mine. We have 11 of the finest sub £500 Seikos. Are you wasting your money? Should you just save it? I don't know. Gives a fuck. Let's run you through the list. Starting with this fantastical retard. A true spastosha and something from the annals of Seiko's history. How can I do this without an editing suite, you might ask yourself. This A53 SKX is called the Black Bullet. Overlooked, an unknown, a Time Lord that has been forgotten by many, but not by me or my friends. Look at him. A discontinued rarity. This particular example is sitting on the SKX Jubilee from my own personal SKX. Coming out of the SKX family, these watches are rare, and these variants are quite retarded. There are really quite a few variants of the SKX, but few that warrant a second look. This one does. Good luck trying to buy one. Look at that lollipop pip at the correct end of the seconds hand. I can do specs and will do specs, but who really cares? This one comes in with a 41mm case, slightly smaller than the stock SKX, 13mm thickness, 45mm lug to lug, with the standard Seiko 22mm lug width, 7s26, non-hacking, non-hand winding movement, which is quite irritating. But love it while you can, because these retards are a thing of the past. Moving on. The next timepiece in this selection is the quite wonderful, and I don't know about this one, but he's the helmet. The SSA 28K1 helmet. It's a reissue of an ancient Time Lord, bearing a resemblance to the 6139 of the 1970s, a much lauded spastosha, with a 45mm case, 30mm of thickness, 22mm of lug width, 24 joule 4R37 movement, a strange movement with a pointless 24-hour subdial which allows you to see whether it's day or night. I prefer to look out of the window, but nonetheless, you can see what the fuck's going on. And this is coming out of the Seiko 5 Sports range, so it's an affordable watch, around 210 English pounds. Do you like it? Do you like its folded link bracelets? Look at those folds. Sweet. Seiko stamped piece of shit metal, but that's not unusual for all of us who have paid our dues. Next on the lineup, what is this? Quite pretty. The dial is retarded. Look at the state of it. Its testes are vast, full of spunk. They'll jizz on your face. Look at it. The SRPB 46J1 Ishigaki Shinobu, renowned mixologist, has designed this Time Lord. And he is not for the faint of heart. He knows what he's doing. 4R36 movement. It hacks and hand winds. It's not haute horology, it's not a Lange & Son, but it's quite great with its domed, boxed, hard Lex crystal. We can do specs, but I'm not going to bother because they're irrelevant. Calfskin leather, soft and supple. Beautiful. Gold-plated rotor allows you to see this unexciting, undecorated movement through the case back. But for beginners and those of us who don't have the money to pay for Côte de Genève and expensive decorations in our movements, it's quite wonderful. And look how it flops about and winds the watch. Quite great. Quite great. I don't know why you wouldn't want one, unless you're some kind of fucking idiot. Look at this fucking dial. Absolutely fucking perfect. Applied indices. Logo. Etc. My only complaint about this watch is that the crown is too big and has a gap, which pisses me off on a daily basis, but you know, what can you say? Next in the lineup is the SRPC61K1, the bottle cap. This is a Seiko 5 sports watch, an affordable watch. It's not a dive watch, looks a little bit like a tuner, but it's not one, so don't go diving with it. Although it offers 100 meters water resistance, it has a push-pull crown. Hacking and hand winding are featured. Let it be known that this has all kinds of fricocha. Look how it resembles a bottle cap. Quite great. Big praise, maximum respect is paid in spades. Next in the lineup, the Seiko 007. This mongoloid can speak for itself. Everybody knows what's up. This one is stock on a Miltat Super Oyster. The feathers are everywhere. You can't fuck with this watch. Everyone needs one. Most people own one. It spins like a top. It never stops. Keeps exceptional time. It worries the bigger boys with the expensive movements. Because I've had this watch for several years and it still doesn't miss a beat. Does not beat about the bush. Enough said about this watch. Next up we have... What do we have next? We have the SRPC 23J1. This is the J1 version, a rare version of the turtle, and this is the black anthracite dial. Look at the retardation. This is a spastic, a mongoloid, a rhino, thick and fucked up. Shrouded and protected. Handset is exceptional. Bracelet is crap. Stamp is of shit metal, as you will find on every other sub £500 Seikosha. Next up, we have the Samurai. Not my favorite watch, but people love it and people buy it. I don't know why they've designed it with this funny little gap, or this strange bezel and so on, but the waffle dial is quite acceptable. Same hands as can be found on the Monster. She is a bastard. I've run out of interest in specs, but look at her. If you like one, fucking buy one, you cunts. My favorite watch in the lineup is this Blumo Sumosha family. What a fucking bastard she is.